Hey, I'm Tim McMahon, host of 401 Nosh. It's my favorite week of the year. It's Restaurant Week Toledo. But not just in the Glass City, all of Northwest Ohio, including right here in Whitehouse at the appropriately named Whitehouse Inn. Opened in 1995 by John Frank, this family-run business, now owned and operated by John's son, Tony Frank, defied initial skepticism from patrons to become one of the top dinner destinations in Northwest Ohio.
First group of guys that walked in said, "You'll never make it in Whitehouse," which was the wrong thing to say to my dad back in the day, because I just made him dig his heels in a little deeper, and we've been here for just over 25 years.
How have you seen the restaurant change over the years? Because that's, a couple decades old, 26 years now, which is crazy.
It gets tougher. I mean, I think if you have a good niche, a good concept, and good people, I think you'll do fine.
It's named the Whitehouse Inn. Obviously, you're in Whitehouse, so you added this presidential feel too, which I love it. I love American history. I love presidents, and they're all over the walls. How long did it take you to, add these memorabilia to the walls?
Some were donated, some were picked up. We did this part about 7-8 years ago. We bought most of the pictures online. The Secret Service actually, when Dad was here, would bring him actual photos of different things.
What's it mean to you to be part of Restaurant Week and benefiting Leadership Toledo every year? What's that mean to you?
I think one of the most unique things in regards to, I was thinking about that today actually, is growing up I didn't have that kind of leadership, and I wanted to be in business. I got an accounting degree, but my transition from high school to college and the assistance that I didn't get. I mean, my parents didn't understand it. My small school in Tiffin didn't understand it. It was a difficult road to be on. But it's great to see that there's Leadership Toledo that takes a hold of these kids and just grooms them and guides them and probably pushes them a little bit too to be outstanding citizens and leaders and good business people. And I think that's amazing. That's the biggest reason we do this.
Talk about food here, because you guys offer a variety of things. I mean, we were talking before the cameras went on, and I always kind of thought of it as a place where I come out and get dinner, like a good steak or something. But you do so much more than that, especially for Restaurant Week.
So much more. Of course, our staples, prime rib. For some reason, our sales of perch is just insane. It's been so good lately, which we're doing for Restaurant Week Toledo. The black and blue prime rib we're doing for Restaurant Week Toledo. I think we did that last year, and it was so popular, like, well, let's just do that again because it was so good. This will be the first time that we're going to do lunch. We're doing our Reuben. Our Reubens are probably one of our most popular items on the menu. We're doing a bologna sandwich to be funny, because we're not as fine dining as everybody thinks we are. We're pretty casual. We're going to do a 3-course meal, a smaller appetizer, a main entree, and a dessert for $25.
Tony, this is everything from Restaurant Week? Okay, so this is like the entire menu. You specifically were talking about how you guys are doing lunch now, so I want to go in with the Reuben.
Well, what we used to do is get in a pre-cooked product, and it just wasn't, to us, it wasn't that good. So we decided to try a raw product, and one day I was just like, you know what, let's try to smoke it. So we smoked it, and it was an accident that turned into one of the most popular items we have. It's hickory smoke, you do it for a long time, it's unbelievable.
You can taste that in there. Yeah. You can taste that it's smoked. That's a little bit different from any Reuben really that I've ever had. That's really, really good. Let's go to the prime rib next.
I think we cook it a little bit different than most people. We use a piece of equipment called an Alto Sham, which is a different kind of heat. We cook it a little slower at a lower heat, and a little bit longer, so it reduces the shrinkage, which also helps it keep that tenderness. So when we cook prime rib, it takes 4 or 5 hours to cook, instead of putting it in a conventional oven or anything like that.
I'm gonna go to the bologna last and try that as well. First of all, I'm not gonna try everything here because this is a tremendous amount of food. It will be eaten though, nothing will be thrown out, trust me. But before I go to the bologna, let's just run through what each and everything else is.
Well, if you want to start with the appetizers, we just introduced this past week. We went from a frozen potato skin to a fresh product. We boil them ourselves. Totally different concept of what we did before, and it's fresh. The black and blue chips, it's our homemade chips that we take our homemade blue cheese dressing and we saute it down, and we put our blackening seasoning on it, and we drizzle the blue cheese over it, melt it. The artichoke dip's been in our family since I mean, it's
I
been there
am going to end
forever.
up eating everything here.
And I think one thing that makes our artichoke dip stand out more than others is we don't put spinach in it. I think spinach is a filler. It takes away from the artichoke part of it. There's a lot of cream cheese in there, a lot of Parmesan cheese in there, a lot of fresh garlic in there.
The chicken, I followed this process in the back. It seems so simple, but the chicken was basted in something, right?
Marinate it in our a Mediterranean feta dressing that we have in-house. And then me and my fiance came up with this artichoke. She's a big caper fan. Everything has capers in it. So it's artichoke, caper, tomatoes, and some lemon and stuff in there along with it. Perch. I mean, if you live in Ohio, you know what perch is.
Gotta have perch, yeah. And then the bologna. It's a little different. Fried bologna, 6 slices. So let's end this show now, because it's going to take a while for me to get through this bite here, what you're about to see. Tony, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Restaurant Week, obviously the first week of March. Make sure Whitehouse is on your list of places to go. Look at this.
Look at that.
It's cheddar cheese. Look at that. Here we go. Whitehouse Inn. It's really good. It's really good.